All right, we are going to kick things off. Hello, welcome. We are now at our final luncheon of 2025. So thank you all for being here. My name is Brian Cornett, and I'm the president of the Santa Barbara Athletic Roundtable. So thank you. So for those of you who are new to our program, the Athletic Roundtable has been around for 57 years. We've been hosting luncheons in this very room for that entire time. So in addition to our Monday luncheons, thank you. Amazing. Thank you. Okay, so yes, in addition to our luncheons, we also host our annual Hall of Fame induction ceremony, which took place in the fall. Now, upcoming, we'll also have our Women in Sports Luncheon at the Earl Warren Showgrounds in February. Stay tuned for an announcement on that. We'll be getting that information out to your athletic directors. But that luncheon will host every single one of our female athletes in town with a great panel of speakers. Right after that, we'll also have our March Madness event at the Cabrillo Arts Pavilion that will take place the day after Selection Sunday. That is a free community event, so all are welcome to that. And then in the spring, we're also going to host our annual Evening with the Athletes ceremony, and we will crown our Athletes of the Year for each respective sport. Before we go any further, I do want to acknowledge our luncheon sponsors, Mayho Prentice. Let's give them a round of applause. With their help, we're able to feed over 1,000 student athletes every single year, so eternally thankful for them. I also want to acknowledge our Scholar Athlete of the Year award sponsor, the Gambardella Sproul Group at Merrill Lynch. Let's give them a round of applause. We will, in a second, bring up our Bishop Diego Scholar Athlete of the Year. Also, to our membership, I want to thank our members. I saw Jeff McCune is in the house. Where is he? He's over here somewhere. Jeff McCune, let's give him a round of applause. One of our Founders Circle members. Also, Coach Klein is here, one of our Regals. Thank you, Coach Klein. Parents, if you want to join our mission of empowering and celebrating our local student athletes, memberships start at $55. You can join at SBART.org, or you can come find me after the luncheon. I also want to acknowledge our local media. We have Diego Sandoval, Newshawk Sports. Victor Bryant, Santa Barbara Independent. And Mike Clan is actually on the road. I think he's at the Charger game later today, so let's also give him a round of applause. We have a really special presentation today. So we have some CIF champions in the house. Let's give them a round of applause. We will get to that in just a second. But before we do that, I'm going to bring up Diego Sandoval to announce our Athletes of the Week.
Hello. Great to see everyone. Great to be here as always. We've got a busy luncheon, so I'm just going to run through the honorable mentions before jumping into our Athletes of the Week. In girls water polo, we had honorable mentions from Santa Barbara High's Jules Horton and San Marcos's Bethany King. In girls basketball, honorable mention goes to Bishop Diego's Jasa Coronado. And in girls soccer, honorable mentions go to Santa Barbara High's Alyssa Ortiz and Carpinteria's Yoselin Lara. And this week's Girls Athlete of the Week, from San Marcos girls basketball, it's Jada Ahmad. Jada led the Royals to a 3-1 record in 4 games last week as they prepare for Channel League play. She averaged just under 19 points per game on the week. Her top scoring output came in a 67-23 win over Cabrillo, where she outscored Cabrillo herself with 24 points. And then she followed it up with 21 points in a 50-35 win over Lompoc. Congratulations, Jada. Now into the boys, we'll do the same thing, kind of just run through the honorable mentions. Santa Barbara High's Owen Horn and Levi Oaks, Santa Barbara High basketballs. Owen Horn and Levi Oaks had good weeks. Kate's Jackson Steele. In boys soccer, we had Dos Pueblos' Logan Stevens. Santa Barbara High's Irving Garcia and San Marcos's Ricky Olivo all had big performances. And that brings us to this week's Boys Athlete of the Week. From Laguna Blanca Soccer, Baylor Wilson. Baylor led the Owls to 2 wins last week, and he had a hand in all 13 of the team's goals scored in those 2 games. He started the week with 3 goals and 1 assist in a 4-0 win over Bishop Diego, and then followed it up with 4 goals and 5 assists in a 9-1 win over Villanova Prep. Congratulations, Baylor. That's a very impressive start. And then just a quick reminder to all coaches, if you have any Athlete of the Week nominations, think your athletes deserve to be named up here, please be sure to get them into me, same place you send your reports, sports@newshawk.com, by Saturday if possible. Thank you.
Okay, great. So I know many of you are here to help us celebrate a CIF champion. We have the Bishop girls tennis team, and why don't you guys come on up, and I'm gonna also welcome our coach Kirkwood to talk a little bit about their season. So congratulations, you guys, come on up.
I want to thank the Roundtable and the Newshawk for taking the time to recognize us today, and Newshawk for the coverage all year long. It really made it special to be able to read about it and track it all the way to the end, and it was a great feeling. So, as any coach would say, with a championship team, this is an incredibly special group of girls, and that's why it all happened. The way they came together at the end of the year and were pulling for each other and playing for each other, it was just incredible. And if I go back to our opening practices in August, and we just had a philosophy. Our philosophy this year was, we don't need to win, we don't have to win, but we have got to want to win. And so we just approached every day like that. We don't need to win, we don't have to win, but you've got to want to win. So we practiced every day wanting to win. And we played every match wanting to win. And that wanting to win produced some great results. And along the way, these girls are working hard and improving and coming out of their comfort zones and all that kind of stuff. And eventually, we got into some pressure matches just in our own league. Just to get into CIF, we had to fight and end up in a 3-way tie for first. And we had to have a play-in to get into CIF, which we tied 9-all and won by 2 games to get in. And at that point, I think wanting to win turned into believing we could win. And that was a huge stepping stone in getting completing the mission that we completed. Once we started believing we could win, the team really started to come together, and everyone figured out what their role was. And we had our 2 superstars. That never hurts. I'll introduce the team in just a moment. But the rest of the team really filled in the holes, and that was the big difference. And it was just an incredible improvement, especially by our doubles players. And as we got through the CIF and we started going through it, I'm telling you, the believing we could win became expecting we could win. And I really believe that we expected to win all the way to the end. Until the end, when we won, then it became surreal again and unexpected. And the one thing that I'll never forget is just the spontaneous celebration that we all had when we were announced the winners, because it was 9-all. We went to the CIF desk, they were adding up the games, and when they announced Bishop Diego 78, Santiago 71, some of the memories I have, these girls jumping around, and Coach Mueller, are you here? He got me on film. I had about a 6-inch leap, he said, up in the air. So it was really fun, and it's almost something that you didn't want to end, but it did end. So, but I just want to introduce the team, and I'm going to start with my seniors, because this is only possible. At a school like Bishop Diego, a lot of times girls will play different sports and try different sports. This was all possible because the seniors stuck it out 3 and 4 years and got better and better each year. So I just want to start with my first senior standing closest to me right here. This is Avery Carter, and she basically played first doubles for us all year long, had some unbelievably clutch wins during the run to the championship. Right here, raise your hand, Hafiela. That's Hafiela Faye. Unbelievable how she became a competitor over her 4 years here. From a shy girl that never played tennis to someone that was just a super competitor on the court. And again, teaming up with Avery, and they got to the conference finals in our league tournament. Avery and Rafael ended up being first team all Frontier League doubles, so congratulations to them. Then I have two more seniors right here in the middle. Lindsay Doyle, you probably already read her name. She had a great second half at goalie against Laguna Blanca the other day. I think it was Laguna, whoever it was. Lindsay and Natalie are two different kinds of seniors. This was their first year on the team, and they came out to complete the team, to give us a full team. And their improvement and understanding of what it took to win really was a difference too. And Lindsay came through with some big wins. And you know, I said our bottom of the lineup, you got to win games, because if we go 9-0, you got to win games. And they did an incredible job of that. So I'd like to introduce Lindsay Doyle, put your hands in, and Natalie Myers-Johansson. It was a great job having Natalie there too, just supporting the team. And then standing next to her, she wasn't at the banquet, but she won our Most Improved Player Award, and deservedly so. Sonia is, again, someone that really never played tennis before her freshman year, but her 4 years, she became really good. And Sonia, at the end, we had to play doubles and singles. I switched her around in both, and she came up with some clutch wins in both doubles and singles at the end. And then the heart and soul of the team, really, standing there with the plaque, Haley Hubbs. And you know, she's the one that kept the team going. She had the life, the energy, and was someone that everyone respected, and she was our team captain. And forever grateful for your leadership, Haley, leading us to this championship. And then my three returning players. First of all, we have Annabelle Liu, transfer, exchange student from China. But luckily she's here every year, so we have her back next year as well. And then Sophie Ramazani, she's from Switzerland. She was just here. She came here for 3 months and became famous. I told her, you're gonna have your name on a banner in the gym, CIF champion. I mean, you did a lot while you were here, Sophie, in your 3 months at Bishop Diego. And then Victoria Heredia. I told Victoria at our banquet, you know, she didn't win Most Improved or Most Valuable or anything, but I said, you know what? The way you compete, the way you came through under pressure, as the pressure got greater, you played with better poise and confidence. I'm gonna name an award after you once you graduate. And so that's gonna be her claim to fame. But she was unbelievable. And she's a junior, so I'll have her back next year. And then Natalie Chance, well, I think everyone in this room, that especially the media, is familiar with Natalie. I told Natalie, don't expect to get to a CIF final every year. She got to the CIF final in volleyball last year, got to the CIF final in tennis this year. That may not happen every year, but she was our leader. I think in the 5 matches in the CIF run, she lost 5 games. So she was dominant all year long. And she ended up being player of the year for the Frontier League. Haley was first team, and Victoria and Sonia were second team all league. So again, a big shout out to my team. It was really fun, still surreal, something that we'll never forget, and something the team will have a bond forever with the championship. It's something that you never forget. So thank you guys.
Congratulations. Thank you, Coach. Okay, so next up, we're going to keep it going with Bishop. We have the Bishop Diego Scholar Athlete of the Year Award to hand out right now, and that's going to go to Jamie Coronado. Jamie, do you want to come up here? Okay, so I have some information very fresh off the press right now, so let me, apologies if I stumble here for a second here. So Jamie, she's here with her parents, James and Patty. Let's give them a round of applause for doing such a great job. So Jamie is a member of the basketball, flag football, and softball teams at Bishop. She's the captain of the basketball team. And at Bishop, she's received the Touchdowns Award, and for basketball, she's also gotten the Most Inspirational Award. During her junior year, she also received 2 coaches awards. In basketball, the MVP award, so that's a big one, as well as the Iron Cardinal Award for softball. And then also during her freshman and sophomore years for basketball, they were league champs. So she's been playing sports her entire life, and she's been a part of the after-school program called Sports Camp. And at that camp, she also she participated in baseball, soccer, flag football, and of course basketball. She says here, basketball has always been a very important part of my life. My dad was my first and only club basketball coach, and she says here she officially joined that team when she was 7 years old, and she's been playing ever since. So at Bishop, she's been a starter on the basketball team for all 4 years. She's also been a starter on the varsity softball team, and then she even notes here that even though they had just enough players to form a team, she also started on the flag football team. So, unique experiences in sports. I love this. She says she was able to play basketball at Bishop with her older sister for her first 2 years of high school, and then with her younger sister for her last 2 years of high school. So it's been a family affair. And then she also noted that she played a few softball games with a cast on her left hand, so a lot of grit there. She broke her finger, but in those games, she only gave up 1 or 2 extra bases. So future athletic plans, she does hope to continue her basketball career in college, but doesn't know where that's going to be just yet. And I think with these grades I'm going to read off, I think she's going to have a lot of choices here. She's got a 4.71 GPA. Let's hear it for Jamie on that. And then I've got a list here of some of the courses that she's taken. AP Calculus, AP Literature and Composition, AP Government, Advanced Art/Context and Applications, Intro to Film and Screenwriting, Painting, and part of the campus ministry. She earned top scholar during her freshman year. That's for having the highest GPA of her class after the first semester. And then she also became a member of the National Honor Society during her sophomore year. She was also part of Bishop's Scholar Program during sophomore year, as well as scoring in the 90th percentile in reading and math on the PSAT while maintaining a 4.0 GPA. She's part of the Bishop Honor Roll during her sophomore and junior years, earning a 4.0 GPA. And she also was a merit scholar during her sophomore and junior years, and having a top 5 GPA in her class. During her junior year, she became a member of the National Art Honor Society and the Frederick Douglass and Susan B. Anthony Award from the University of Rochester, and was a nominee to participate in the Rotary Club's Rotary Youth Leadership Awards Camp. Very impressive. Okay, so I'm going to read a quote from her. My favorite subjects are math and art. My intro to film and screenwriting class has sparked an interest in studying film and the art of visual storytelling. During my junior year, I challenged myself with 3 AP classes: AP Physics 1, AP Language and Composition, and AP US History. Even though science and history are not my strong suits, I wanted to challenge myself. Balancing these classes along with my other classes in sports were very difficult, but I managed and ended up passing all 3 of the AP exams. Let's give it a round of applause for that. Again, doesn't know where she wants to go to school, but she does want to pursue film and animation and some form of art. She just has on here, she's just a total gym rat. She, when she's not participating, she also was the team manager for the boys basketball team. So she was keeping track of stats and helping out with the scorebook, did the scoreboard for the home games, and also filmed the games. So one more round of applause for Jamie. now I'm going to bring up her basketball coach, Coach Birch, to say a few words about her.
Thank you, Roundtable. It's an honor and a privilege to be able to coach Jamie these past 4 years. I could spend an hour talking about all of her traits and qualities. She does everything the right way. Never complains about a bad call, about anything that goes against her, anything. She's always there. You don't know when she's playing, if it's a tie game, if we're up 20, down 20, if she's hurt, you just don't know. The best quality I can say is she's out there, she has the ball in her hands. If I had my choice, 95% of the time, she makes everybody around her better. It doesn't matter if you are the 12th person or whatever, she will get you the ball. She is coaching other people up on the court, offensively, defensively, in a most positive way. So it's a pleasure, it's an honor. She has a great support system with her family, and like she has brothers and sisters here today, and you can just tell she is the person that she is because of you guys. And so I just thank you guys for giving me the opportunity to coach her and your other daughters the last several years. So thank you.
All right, and then just real quick, I'm going to let Jamie come up here and give a shout out to a few people that are here.
I just want to say thank you to my parents and my family and my teammates for just being a great support system, and I'm just thankful for such a great community of people that helped me get to this point, and I'm excited to see what the future holds for me. Thank you.
Coach, do you want to come back up here? All right, one more. All right, so next we are going to move into our coaches reports. These are sponsored by Carp Physio, physical therapy in Carpinteria. And just a quick reminder, because we do have a long list here, we do want to keep these about 2 minutes apiece in order to get everybody back to school on time. And we will hear a tap of the glass after 2 minutes. That's just a very polite reminder that your time is running up pretty soon. So first off, we're going to bring up Santa Barbara High School soccer, Coach Alcaraz, followed by Laguna Blanca soccer, Coach Peters.
Hi everybody, my name is Ricardo Alcaraz. I'm the boys soccer coach over at Santa Barbara High. Our current record is 3-1-1, and we are starting Channel League this week. We're actually starting Channel League with our both crosstown rivals. We play tomorrow at San Marcos, and then Thursday at Dos Pueblos, so it should be a fun week. The players that I brought this week are our three captains. Our first captain to the far right is EJ Manamea. He's a junior. EJ plays holding mid. Doesn't get on the stats a lot, but he does all the dirty work for us. He's kind of our enforcer. He's practically our unsung hero, just gets it done. In the middle is Pablo de Sales, a junior captain. Pablo is a second-year varsity. He also plays center mid. He currently has 1 goal. He plays distribution role, keeps the ball for us. Good energy, very coachable, and it really plays a really big part of our team. And then right here is our senior captain, Pietro Nascente. Pietro is a 4-year varsity player. He plays center back for us. He currently has 2 goals for our soccer team. He basically anchors our back four, and basically makes sure that everybody stays intact. He's basically part of my coaching staff, and does all the little things for me that takes care of the locker rooms and all that stuff for us. But this is our 3 captains. We look forward to a good season this year, and these kids are really excited about this week to play against their rivals. All right, thank you.
All All right, next we're going to bring up AD Dan Peters, Laguna Blanca Soccer, followed by, let's see, we got Coach Chucky Roth, San Marcos Water Polo.
Well, good afternoon. My name is Dan Peters. I'm the athletic director at Laguna Blanca. I'm reporting for Laguna Blanca Soccer for Coach Rick Rodriguez. We're off to 3-0 start on the season. I've had dominant performances in all those games. We have 2 games this week. We host Grace Brethren, and we are on the road to St. Bonaventure in the league contest. I brought 2 students that are very worthy of recognition. The first is Finley Sutherland. According to Coach Rodriguez, Finley is quiet, but makes his presence known to opponents by being a relentless defender. He is very calculated with his tackles and almost never gets beaten on a play. He leads by examples and gives his all every day. On the season, we've only conceded 1 goal, and that is in large part to Finley's hard work and persistence. Sutherland's influence on Laguna Blanca extends well beyond sports. He's reflected most strongly in his leadership roles, volunteerism, and scholastic accomplishment. He is the executive producer of our TEDx Laguna Blanca program. He oversees planning and execution of this large-scale event that amplifies student ideals and encourages intellectual conversation. He also has over 100 hours of community service, and his character is defined by reliability, humility, and follow-through. And his impact on the presence is felt across campus. With him supporting him is his mother, Rafaela. Can we give it up for Rafaela? She's also a vital member of our community. She serves as the leader of our family association and a member of our communications team. And I'd like to recognize our athlete of the week, Baylor Wilson. Baylor. According to Coach Rodriguez, Baylor is a natural leader on and off the field. He consistently has a positive attitude that rubs off on the rest of the team. He's a fierce competitor and loves to win. Baylor has scored 10 goals in the first 3 games, and he understands his role and expectations as captain and a player. Apart from his work in athletics, Baylor Wilson enriches community of Laguna through service, community involvement, and academic dedication. He is a co-leader of the Food Bank Club and coordinates food distributions and awareness for families in Santa Barbara. So let's give it up for
Thank you, Coach. Next up, we're going to bring Coach Chucky Roth, San Marcos Water Polo, followed by San Marcos Wrestling, Coach Romero.
Good afternoon, Roundtable. Thanks for having us here today. I wasn't able to bring any athletes, unfortunately. We're missing, over the next 2 weeks, we miss a week of school for tournaments and games, and so that's kind of a lot. We have Oxnard tomorrow, and then we have the Villa Park tournament on Thursday and Friday, which we're excited about. Had a good outing last weekend. We played Newport Harbor High School, and then we also played Marlboro School, which is a Division I school in Los Angeles, and we were able to beat Marlboro. We fell by 2 to Newport, but played a really good game, to be honest with you. Senior Bethany King was great in the goal in the first half. She had like 4 blocks, and then we moved her out into the field, and she had like 3 or 4 goals in the field. Played a really phenomenal game. And then Charlotte Raisin is going to USC, had a great game as well in the field. She played the whole time and really has a commanding presence out there. Our sophomore, Jade Patterson's been stepping up really big for us this year. She's done a great job, and so she plays the defender role for us, but also has to kind of step in a lot of different variety of roles. We're a team without a true goalie, and so we find a lot of field players going into the goal. And the best analogy I could give you, if you're a football team and you had no quarterback, or you were a baseball team and you had no pitcher, and how do you make that work and work with it? So I was very proud of our team's resiliency and how much we improved, and they're a great group of girls, and I'm really excited to coach them. So it's going to be a great outing, and I wish everybody happy holidays and good luck the rest of your season.
All right, next we're going to go San Marcos Wrestling, Coach Romero, followed by Santa Barbara Girls Basketball, Coach Butcher.
Hi, good afternoon. My first time back here in like 20 years. I was back here as an athlete a long time ago, but I brought 2 seniors, Anthony Leal, and Leon Fox. I'm gonna talk about Leon Fox first. So Leon Fox is one of those kids that he doesn't say much, right? He lets his wrestling do the talking. There's been a few times when the other guy gets a little bit angry and starts, doing things that are a little bit illegal. He keeps his cool and just goes out there and again lets his wrestling do the talking. At the dual meet on Wednesday, we wrestled Santa Barbara, our opening dual meet of the season, and we ended up winning 46-29. And in large part to these two guys, Leon Fox had the quickest pin of the season so far in 8 seconds. He went out there, took the guy down. Next thing you know, pin. 8 seconds. So quick work between both of these two guys. I think they wrestled less than a minute on Wednesday. Anthony Leal, he's our team captain. He's been a team captain for 2 years now. He sets the tone and the standard in the room, and really has owned up to being a leader. And not only being a leader, but taking ownership of like making sure the mats are clean, the room is organized, and communicating with all the teams, all the other teammates, and sharing information. He's really been a pivotal role in helping myself, run the program with his help. And so I thank him a lot. And also, dual meet, he was out there, I think less than 30 seconds, took him down, pinned him as well. So both of these guys have a bright, future for this season. And also Anthony is a returning CIF placer from last year. So hopefully he can make it happen this year. And the goal is state tournament for both of these kids. So thank you guys again.
All right, next we're gonna bring up Coach Butcher, Santa Barbara girls basketball, followed by Dos Pueblos basketball coach Slavin.
Thank you, Roundtable. I appreciate it. Hey, I brought 3 freshmen today. People I'm really happy are on the team and contributing greatly, and just really great people. First one, Kayla Beard. Kayla's mom, Lauren Brooker, at the time 30 years ago, played for me and then played at William & Mary University. First time Kayla ever put on a basketball jersey was 2 weeks ago. She was our leading scorer last game, which she didn't score a lot of points, but she scored several, and she's just done a great job. She can throw an overhead pass better than any player we've ever coached, which is true. Wes Unsult, you guys are too young, used to be able to throw it off the opposite backboard. And she couldn't do that, but I bet you could throw it when we play short way off the backboard. And we'll try that today. She has a phenomenal overhead pass, so we'll see if we can work that into the whole system. Next, Savannah Margolis. Savannah lived 7 years in Costa Rica. I think she speaks Costa Rican. And she told me she was barefoot most of the time. And when I played Little League Baseball, I was always barefoot. And I figured out years later that's probably why Coach Worker really hated me, because I didn't know. And I'm hoping that's what the reason it was. I don't know, it could have been something else. But she's our first post player off the bench, and she's fast, strong, quick, and super smart. These 3 ladies just pick everything up instantly, and it's fun to have her out there. And the next, Kendall Dowdy, another freshman. And I'll tell you how dedicated this young lady is to basketball. She came to the gym a few weeks ago and she put up over 1,000 shots on the shooting machine. And I had a player like that years ago and got tendonitis so bad she couldn't move. And it seemed to have no effect on her body. But that's how dedicated she is and how good a player she wants to be. She's our most dedicated player. She attends everything. She's gone from the first day of this summer being completely lost, and now she's one of our starters, and she does a great job. I tell the girls that when you leave the gym, the door has like an invisible filter, and when you walk through it, it's going to try to take all the basketball knowledge you learned that day out of your body. And these 3, you tell them something once, and when they walk through the door, it doesn't come up. So it's really making it fun for me. We're at San Marcos, at Pacifica, at Royal this week. One other question: what is a Regal member? So we'll know.
That is our most popular membership. Membership for $255, and it's kind of our hallmark membership level.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you, Ed.
Okay, next we're going to bring up Coach Slavin, Dos Pueblos basketball, followed by Bishop girls basketball, Coach Birch.
First of all, I'm here taking Coach Zamora's place. He has a class with no subs, so you're going to be stuck with me, unfortunately. Roundtable, thank you very much for allowing us to bring our student athletes here to be honored. We're 2-1 this year. Started off with 2 good wins. And Friday night we played Villa Park, and it was a tough loss by 5 points. We had a lot of foul trouble and way too many turnovers, but it was a good game preparation for us for upcoming week. And you know, after my bad weekend, I was in a bad mood, but Saturday in football, Ohio State lost. Made me feel a little better. And yesterday, Green Bay won. Felt even better. So anyway, we have 2 of our juniors here today. First up, I'm gonna get this right, Jordan. Jordan Karatachia. I think that's the first time I ever got it right. Jordan, we have 2 Jordans on our team, but it's not so bad because one of them is a kind of a quiet sophomore. And then there's this Jordan that shows up every day full of life and vinegar and, you know, ready to go and talking a lot and always has a different hairdo every day also. But Jordan's a junior. He was on varsity last year. He's really developed into a very good multiple position player. Yeah, he's doing a better job at penetrating. He's making a lot better decisions with the ball than he did last year. And he's a very physical defender. And lately he's been shooting the 3 really well, really well. He also has a 3.9 GPA. Next up, Caleb Damron. We also have 2 Calebs on our team. We have a Caleb Gupta also. You know, and I'm old, I get mixed up, so I changed his name to Dr. Sanjay Gupta. This Caleb I got right, he's Caleb Damron. He's like known as the beast on our team. He's becoming one of our best rebounders, rim protector. He does a good job of getting to the block, you know, ahead of the defense, and he's quick off his feet to get rebounds. And we're going to rely on him a lot this year to be a defensive rebounder. Caleb has a 4.26 GPA. We have a really busy week ahead of us. We start league today down at Oxnard, and they're always tough, you know. They're ready for their press. Then on Wednesday we go to Cabrillo, and then Friday we're hosting Capistrano Valley. So good luck to all the teams this week.
All right, next up we're going to bring up Coach Burrich, Bishop girls basketball, followed by Santa Barbara boys basketball, Coach Z.
All right, we had a great week last week. We went 3-1. We were in the Royal Tournament, and we went 2-1 in that. So we play in the 3rd place game tonight. Had a tough one on Saturday. We probably should have won, but the kids did everything I asked them to do, and we did some defensive rotations, and they just kind of happened to beat us that way. So no big deal. We'll win tonight, and we'll get 3rd place. I have 3 athletes tonight. First, we have Jamie. We all know everything about Jamie, so she's amazing. So. She had 19 points on Saturday, so that was awesome. The next one next to her is Yesenia Mendez. She's a junior. And Yesenia is becoming, I think, one of our most improved players. Her freshman, sophomore years last year, the one criticism was that she thought too much. You know, she didn't want to make a bad play, and now she's kind of playing more instinctual. And even on Friday, I think I put her in either at the end of the 3rd quarter, start of the 4th against Carpinteria. She hadn't played the whole game, and then she played the whole quarter, contributing, making steals. When she's getting the ball clicks more around the court when she's out there. And when she shoots the ball, she's shooting it more with a belief that it's going to go in, as opposed to that and then sign the prayer afterwards, you know. So I really appreciate the confidence that she's getting on both offense and defense this year. So that's awesome. And then next to her is Jamie's sister, Jisa. Gisa is a sophomore. She was our leading scorer last year. She's averaging 15 points a game so far in the Royal Tournament. She's an incredible three-point shooter. I think you're up to like almost 83s for her career. I think our record's like 126. So, God willing, in the next year or two, hopefully we have a new three-point shooting leader. Best thing about her, so Thursday or Friday against Carpinteria, Jamie fouls out, middle of the third quarter. Crazy, don't even ask how that happens. But I thought someone else was going to take point, and everybody just kind of deferred the ball to Gisa's hands. And Gisa ran it for those last quarter and a half, got us the victory. So she is amazing too. So it's a great player. So tonight we have Royal, and then next Saturday we are home to Santa Clara to start league. Thank you.
Okay, next we're going to bring up Santa Barbara boys basketball, Coach Z, followed by Santa Barbara girls water polo, Coach Walsh.
All right, good afternoon, everybody. I have the privilege to introduce two of my starters. On the far right, Brett Sharpton, sophomore Brett Sharpton. And closest to me, junior Valentino Canessa, transfer in from first time with us. I'll start with Valentino. Valentino, we were really lucky to have Valentino. Him and his mom moved up to Santa Barbara this summer. We were able to get to know him a little this summer. He was doing great, then he broke his ankle. He was out for several months, but he's really coming back, healed from that fully. He's played a major role. He's our leading rebounder at this point in the season, 6 games in. And for every rebound that he may get himself, he's probably created 2 or 3 more by tipping the ball. He has just a nonstop motor. He goes after every rebound, every ball. Really produces just a lot of energy that we feed off of. So he's a huge addition. I'm really happy to have him. And Brett Sharpton's a returning varsity player. He's only a sophomore, so he actually, as a freshman, he made a very, very good Santa Barbara team last year, and even started a couple games for us. Played a major role in our season, our terrific season last year. So he brings a lot to the table. He has, just well-rounded dribble, pass, shoot, defender, a great three-point shooter. And we're really looking forward to having a great season. And he gets hurt in our game, our scrimmage versus St. Joe, and it's a foot injury, which I'm fearing it's broke and he's out. And it really did slow him down for a little bit, but he's really worked hard to get back, and he played through most of it. He just missed a little bit, and then we went to a tournament this past week. Actually, we had 3 games. And he was our leading scorer. He had 15, 14, and 19 in 3 games against very, very good teams in the Central Valley. So it's Brent is looking forward to having a tremendous sophomore year, and he has a great future in basketball. Both of them have a great future in basketball. For our team, we are 1-5, and you'd think, oh, that's terrible. But I'm actually, it might sound weird, but I'm very excited about this team, and not just the team, but where we are. We played the toughest schedule I've ever played. We played some of the top teams in California, and we had a major kind of jump forward against a Clovis North team. It's one of the best Division I teams in the Central Valley, and they beat us by over 30 last year, and they had a lot of guys. They have a similar team this year, and we were just a couple plays away from beating them this year. We lost 79-76 and had them on the ropes, leading at halftime. And I think we're coming together now, and we've been missing our center, Caleb Miller, and he comes back this week. So we're 1-5, but I'm excited about the next few weeks. Thank you.
Okay, we're going to bring up Coach Walsh, Santa Barbara girls water polo, followed by DP boys soccer, Coach Garcia.
Thanks for having us again. I'll just start with the girls here. Closest to me is Hope Smith. Hope's a senior. She came to us from San Marcos a couple years ago, and she's just a connector of the team. Everyone's drawn to her. Everybody likes being her friend. The older girls she's friends with, the freshmen she's friends with, she just connects with everybody and makes sure everyone has a kind of a safe space to be at the pool. And you know, it's just a great part of our team. She's also a great outside shooter. We have a pretty talented player that a lot of teams drop on. So Hope hit 3 incredible shots against. Who was that? Thousand Oaks, I think. And 2 of them were like good corners, and then one was like literally perfect corner, bar in, and the refs right on the goal line and made sure the ball went all the way past and in, and it was pretty far out shot. It was pretty nice. So excited to have her on the team. Next to her is Yesenia Dunn. Yessie's a sophomore. She came in last year and played a lot. She shot a lot for us last year. We didn't have a lot of club girls on our team last year, so it was a lot of girls that kind of learned water polo in high school, and they, you know, maybe just weren't as adept at shooting and doing things that we needed. They do at the club level, and so she was one of our main shooters last year. We've got a couple more club girls this year, so she's taking a little bit different role. Her now more of a defensive player and facilitator. Her passing's been insane. She just finds people open that they don't even know they're open, and she's just constantly looking to make other people better, make our team better by making the extra pass, and obviously that goes a long way. Last week we went 5-0. I think we're 10-1. We weren't very strong last year, and I showed a lot of teams that were kind of right around us, and then these 2 girls that we came in as freshmen have really made us a lot stronger, and a lot of teams that we lost to last year, you know, lost like one of the teams we played, they lost like 9 of their seniors last year, so you know, we've had some pretty easy wins. But this week we have Newbury Park away on Tuesday, and Friday we're gonna host Carpinteria. We moved that game for the paddle out on Wednesday, so the kids can go to that. So the Wednesday game will be switched to Friday. So thank you for that. Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Coach. Next, we're going to go Dos Pueblos boys soccer, Coach Garcia, followed by San Marcos girls basketball, AD Aaron Solis.
Thank you, Brian and Roundtable, for putting together this event. My name is Oscar Garcia, and I'm here with Dos Pueblos boys soccer. Last week we had a busy week with a 4-1 and 5-1 wins versus St. Bonaventure, and 5-0 wins, versus St. Bonaventure and Carpinteria. Those wins were followed by a 3rd place finish at the Bearcats Showcase. Our record is now 3-1-2. This week we will kick off Channel League play against Pacifica away tomorrow at 5:15, and then we face off crosstown rivals Santa Barbara at home on Thursday. Today I brought with me 2 senior leaders and goalkeeper Kieran Buell and forward Logan Stevens. Kieran Buell has collected 2 shutouts and saved 3 penalty kicks in the shootout victories against Santa Maria and Sunnyside this past weekend. Kieran Buell was the backup goalkeeper last year and has truly ingrained himself as a team-first guy this year. He got the opportunity to become the starter, and he's truly ran with it as an anchor in the back and a vocal leader. Logan Stevens has been a goal-scoring machine for us. He has scored 5 goals in 6 games, also scoring a penalty against Santa Maria to help us get through the semifinals. Last week we had some great moments because we brought up his younger brother Sawyer, a freshman, and they each got an assist to each other in back-to-back games. Logan has also waited for his moment on varsity and is going to continue to be a very valuable piece in our offense this year. Kieran and Logan are not only great on the field, but they both hold 3.9 GPAs in the classroom, setting a great example for the younger players in our program. I'd like to congratulate all the athletes here and wish you guys a great rest of 2025 and a great 2026.
All right, next we're going to bring up Aaron Solis, San Marcos girls basketball, followed by, what do we got here? San Marcos boys soccer, Coach Hurtado.
Thank you to the Roundtable. It's just the most wonderful time of the year. I love soccer, I love wrestling, but it's basketball season. Today brought up 2 amazing girl basketball players for us. First up, sophomore Jade Ahmad. She's our lone sophomore on varsity. She's a great playmaker and has made some real strides on her ball defense, and she's leading the team in deflections and steals. She's become more patient, which has allowed her to become more efficient. She's really becoming a great student of the game. She doesn't miss a shoot around or practice and is always trying to get better each day. But it isn't all just about the work. She knows there has to be a joy to playing. She knows how to keep things light because basketball is fun to play. So we really appreciate that about Jada. Next up, junior Izzy Shao. She's also one of our most dedicated players. She's extremely coachable, is able to make adjustments on the fly, which is always needed. She has been huge in the paint for us on both ends of the court. She's currently leading us in rebounds and blocks. She's a great team player because she's extremely unselfish. Both of them were named all-tournament at the Lompoc tournament this past weekend, where we went 2-1. We were 4-1 overall. They defeated Newport Harbor and Lompoc. They lost a close one to Orcutt. But this team that only has 2 seniors is getting better and better and better. They lost to Orcutt last year by 20 points. They have a 6'4" post, which is very difficult to contain. We were tied going into the fourth quarter. Unfortunately, we lost by 6, but it really shows the strides that Coach Wasaka and the girls are making on this team. We host Santa Barbara tomorrow. It's always fun to have Coach Butcher come into the Thunder Hut. And then we host Rio Mesa on Thursday, hoping to get off to a great start in league. Did I make the time?
2:05.
Yes. Thank you, everyone.
Okay, next we're going to bring up San Marcos boys soccer coach Hurtado, followed by Bishop soccer coach Matsumoto.
Good afternoon, everyone. We are 2-2 on the season. Like Coach Alcaraz said, we'll be playing them on Tuesday. Then we play Oxnard on Thursday, so it's going to be an exciting week. I brought with me today Ricky Oliva. He has been on the varsity team since his freshman year, but last year he unfortunately wasn't able to play because of an injury. So it's been great to have him. He has 3 goals, 2 assists on the season so far. I think he's going to be one of the most dangerous players in the Channel League. So excited to have him, and thank you all for hosting us again.
All right, next we're going to bring up Coach Matsumoto, Bishop soccer, followed by Westmont men's basketball coach Leslie.
Hi everyone, thank you for having us. We appreciate it. Congratulations, girls tennis. Congratulations, Jamie. All right, so I have both our boys and our girls soccer team here today. We'll start out with the girls. The team is an 0-4 record after a 10-0 loss to Carpinteria Friday night. While the scores have been lopsided, the team continues to improve as we progress through the season. Two bright spots on this team have been junior Caitlin Garcia and senior Lindsay Doyle. Caitlin has been our Swiss Army knife on the field, helping us on defense and pushing up when we have an opportunity to be aggressive on the opponent's half. She has a great leg, can distribute the ball effectively, and works really hard on the defensive end. Lindsay Doyle has been working her way back into soccer after a CIF championship run in tennis this year. After her first 2 games, Lindsay offered to play goalie on Friday night. She immediately made an impact, allowing only 1 goal in the second half against an explosive Carpinteria offense. The Cardinals are back on the field in their home opener in Frontier League against Laguna Blanca on Tuesday at 3. So now on to boys soccer. So the Bishop Diego boys soccer team is off to a promising start in the 2025 season. With a handful of preseason matches now behind them, the team has shown strong improvement and a growing sense of chemistry on the field. Despite missing a few key starters, the challenges opened valuable opportunities for developing talent to step up. Younger players like Fisher Penestri and James Gaggs have already become essential contributors on both sides of the ball. Fisher has notched his first goal this season, while James has emerged as a solid force along the back line, helping anchor the team's defensive efforts. Head coach Emmanuel Verduzco emphasizes the team's progress and resilience. Every game, we're seeing more confidence, more communication, and more brotherhood. Our depth is growing, and these young men are proving they're ready for the moment. With continued hard work and the return of our missing starters, we are building momentum and look forward to a competitive season ahead. We play at home on Thursday against Orchid Academy. All right, thank you so much.
All right, now with a report from Westmont men's basketball, Coach Leslie, and then we'll have another report from Westmont for women's basketball, Coach Moore.
Well, thanks to the roundtable for having us back here this week. It's just a phenomenal group to be a part of. Quick rundown, Westmont men's basketball. We, as I mentioned last week, over 11,000 miles on the road over the month of November. So thankful to finally get home on Saturday and have a game here in town. And 90-71 victory against Menlo University was a fantastic way to kick off our season here at home. This week we have Biola University on Saturday, and I'm thankful that, again, get to sleep in my own bed for about a month before we have to travel again. But I'd just like to encourage all the winter sport athletes here. This is the time right now when you're gonna make those strides or you're not in your season. Okay, engage every day because league play is now upon you. Right, it's that crunch time. Give it all that you have, and then I just want to offer my congratulations to championship team here. I know that's what everyone in the room is striving for at different levels, and your coach made the comment about that wanting to win. There's so much power in that. It doesn't matter what sport you're playing, but wanting to win and being willing to go out there with that mentality on a daily basis is going to serve you very well. Obviously, not only during your season, but you're going to be my age someday, and you're going to be telling the stories of what you were able to come through and pay that forward to future young men and women that you come in contact with. So congratulations on a tremendous accomplishment. Wish all the teams here nothing but the best for the rest of your season, and I'll look forward to seeing you again in the new year after the Christmas break.
All right, staying with Westmont, we're gonna go Westmont women's basketball, Coach Moore, and then we'll finish up with DP girls basketball, Coach Subject.
All right. Well, Westmont women's basketball has had a great start to our conference season. Feels like earlier than ever all the time that we start conference games. But so we've had 2 games, one on the road, one at home. And we've won both by 30, pretty convincing fashion, which is exciting as we've kind of made the shift into Division II to be at a point where we really feel like as a program this year, like when we step on the floor, we've got a chance to win every game and expect that and fight for that the way you talked about too, Coach. I think one of the things I liked about the way you were phrasing that is just, I think that it's like if you think about having to win, it feels like pressure versus like just chasing after something. And I feel like that is something that our team has learned. We actually lost a game on a buzzer beater on the road in the preseason against a team that I think we all felt like we should beat, but we, as it got close down the stretch, I could just feel us being like, we can't lose this game, instead of going and chasing victory and saying, no, we're going to go win this game. And so I think that has actually really grown our team, that experience. And so I'm excited to go into a game this week against Biola. They're also undefeated in league, and it could be super tight. Their last game, they actually were down 5 with, this might even beat the Point Loma crazy story, but they were down 5 with 15 seconds left and did not have the ball. They ended up scoring back-to-back buckets and forced it to overtime and won in overtime. So it might come down to that, what the mentality is, and I think that I've got a group right now that's going and chasing after being as good as we can be and not being worried about losing, but trying to chase excellence and victory. And so we're excited to do that against a big rival. For those of you that know Westmont, that's our longest standing school rival against Biola. So we're excited about that, and that's at 5:30. Finally some night games on Saturday, and hope to have a great atmosphere with students in town before they head out for Christmas break. So thanks.
All right, we're gonna finish off with Dos Pueblos girls basketball coach subject.
Alright, thanks for having us. Right now our record is 4-3. We just played a tough one against St. Bonnie's at their place. Unfortunately, we lost in overtime by 4. I brought our 2 captains here today. They've both been on varsity since their freshman year. They're great leaders on and off the court. For example, they had flag football in the fall, and they still came to our practices after, so they were doing 2-a-days for a lot of time. A lot of the players look up to them, and yeah, they're just great leaders. First, we got Taylor Grant. Unfortunately, she's a junior. Unfortunately, she's out with a knee injury. We did get her for 2.5 games where she either scored over 10 points, and one game she got a double-double. She continues to show up every practice and participates in what she can, so we're really grateful that she's here. She also just has a good voice, helping us out on the sidelines, just helping out her players. Next, we got Carly Latondra. She's our lone senior. She's our point guard. She recently just, she just reached 1,000 points, career points, which is an amazing achievement. She's really stepped up for us as a leader this year, especially without Taylor. She's kind of picked up our slack. She has a tough assignment as a point guard, our lone point guard. She's had to play pretty much all 32 minutes every game, and she's handled herself really well. So, congrats, Carly. This week we'll play at Oxnard tomorrow, and then we'll have our home opener on Thursday against Ventura, and then Saturday we'll be down at Oak Park. So thank you.
All right, thank you everybody. Another congrats to Bishop and to everybody here. Thank you so much for being here all year long. A reminder, this is our last luncheon of 2025, so we'll see you in 2026. And while I shuffle these raffle tickets, just want a quick reminder, we are on YouTube, so if you guys want to send this luncheon to your folks, friends, family, you can find that there. Also, we're posting it to our website as well.